Hi, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos and a meaningful, uplifting weekend. So we start our new packet today. Hopefully, Rev Rick handed out the new packets. And today, on your own, or maybe with preferably on your own, you're going to be learning this next section with me. Using your bid sheets and filling in translations in the appropriate boxes. Okay, just to summarize where we've been in the Gemara commenting on the Mishnah said that the question about a bracha on the Megilla, everybody agrees, doesn't make a difference where you live, you have to say a bracha before you read the Megillah. That's because we said, based on the idea of over lasiatan, we say a bracha before the action, before we perform a mitzvah. Everyone agrees you say a bracha before the Megillah. After the Megillah, it's a question. It depends on your community. It depends on your minhag. But before, everyone agrees you say the bracha. So our Gemara now wants to discuss, well, what is the bracha you say before the Megillah? And what's the bracha you say after the Megillah? So let's read this together. Lifanea. Some of you should know what that word means already from the previous section. What word do you see in lifanea? Lifnei, good. Hopefully some of you got that. Lifanea or lifnei, which means before it, and in brackets I would write, before the reading of the Megillah, mai mivarech. What am I supposed to bless? What is the blessing? Mai mivarech. What is the blessing? So again, lifanea, before you read the Megillah, mai mivarech. What is the blessing? What do you bless? Rav Sheshet Mikatrazia, so a rabbi by the name of Rav Sheshet from Katazaria, or from Katrazia, Ikla Lekame de Rav Ashi. So he visited before. Ikla Lekame means he came before, or he visited in front of Rav Ashi. He came before Rav Ashi. Ubarich, and this Rav Sheshet, Ubarich, and he blessed. Ubarich, and he blessed. So when he was reading the Megillah, he blessed. Now the Gemara gives an acronym, Minach. But what does that stand for? That stands for 3 brachot that he said. The mem, and I'd like you to write this in this area over here. Maybe you have to write it a little small. But the mem stands for Mikra Megillah. The mem stands for, maybe I'll write this in English for you. Mikra Megillah. You can write that in Hebrew if you want also, which means the bracha of reading the Megillah. The nun stands for She'asa Nisim. Nun stands for Nisim, right? The bracha of She'asa Nisim Lavotenu. And the Chet stands for Shehechianu. The Chet stands for Shehechianu. That's the 3rd bracha we say. Okay, so Rav Sheshet visited Rav Ashi, and he said these 3 brachot. Mikra Megillah, She'asa Nisim, and Shehechianu. Okay? You can write that in Hebrew if you'd like as well. I can't write that as well with typing. Okay, very good. Let's keep going. So that's the bracha before. There are 3 brachot you say before. That's what we just learned. But what about after? Le'acharea. And afterwards, or after the Megillah, mai mevarech. What are we supposed to bless? What do I bless? Right? What is the blessing? Mai mevarech. What is the blessing? So the Gemara lists off a pretty long bracha that we say afterwards. Let's try to get the translation. Baruch atah Hashem, which means blessed are you Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam, our God and the King of the world, Harav et Rivenu, who takes up or who fights for our grievances, which is a fancy way of saying our problems. Harav et Rivenu, who takes up our problems, who deals with our problems. Vehadan et Dinenu, and who judges our claims. Vehadan et Dinenu, and who judges our claims. Hashem does this for us. Vehanokem et nikmatenu, and who avenges our vengeance. Basically, Hashem fights those who, or punishes those who hurt us. Vehanifra lanu mitzarenu, and who punishes our enemies, v'hamshalem gemul, and who brings retribution, or who brings v'hamshalem gemul, and who brings I guess that v'hamshalem gemul means one who brings. Again, it's similar to punishment, or he issues the appropriate system, lekol oivei nafshenu, against all of our enemies. Baruch atah Hashem, blessed are you Hashem, hanifra Yisrael, who takes vengeance for Israel, mikol tzareim, against all their enemies. Okay, so that's how the bracha ends. Now there's a little bit of a disagreement though. Rava says the bracha ends a little bit differently. It doesn't end with Hanifra Yisrael Mikol Tzareim. The bracha should end Baruch atah Hashem Hakel Hamoshia. Blessed are you Hashem, the God who brings salvation. Okay, so Rava has a disagreement. So Rav Papa, who's said line 23, issues the following compromise. Amar Rav Papa. So Rav Papa said, Hilchach. Hilchach means therefore. The fact that we have two different opinions on how the bracha should end, name nihu, and turn the page, nim nihu litarvayu. We recite, litarvayu means both of them. Nim nihu, we recite, or we say, litarvayu, both of them. And they actually write it out for you. Baruch atah Hashem, blessed are you Hashem, hanifra Yisrael, who exacts vengeance, hakel hamoshia, and who brings salvation. Hanifra Yisrael, hakel hamoshia. Okay, so that ends this first section of the Gemara, part A. If you need to rewind the tape to go back, take a second to make sure you got this translation correct of these few pages over here, and come back and open up video number 2, which will be part B.